Yeah, good morning, Martin. So there are a number of travel agencies that specialize in booking trips to sporting events, but there is a small subset of these that really take things to the next level. These are called luxury experience agencies, and they say they can get the ungettable or access the inaccessible. So if you want tickets to an NBA game, well, they can get you the courtside tickets, they say. Now, one of these companies is called GR8. It says it's being inundated with requests for the Summer Olympics in Paris next year. People saying, of course, they want to see the games, but they also want to secure VIP seats to the opening ceremony, access the Olympic Village, and have meet and greets with athletes and their coaches. Now, another company called AMPM says it can get travelers into the locker rooms or onto the match field after a game ends. But it says it can do this for tennis, basketball, F1, but also things like New York Fashion Week, even the Met Gala. Now, this company works on a membership-only basis. It's $8,000 per year for a standard membership and $30,000 per year for an elite membership, saying the difference between the two isn't what type of access you get, it's just how many times a year that you ask them for assistance. And speaking of assistance, that's what that price gets you. You still need to buy the ticket to the actual event.
I was going to ask you, right, Monica, because $30,000 is just membership. Getting into where you want to get into, whatever it is, right? That's on top.
That's exactly right.
And how much are those things?
Yeah, so I asked that. I said, well, what are we talking here? Of course, it depends upon the game, right? Is this something that happens annually or once every 4 years? But they said, for example, the F1 that was recently in Las Vegas, a ticket to the paddock for that, about $20,000 per person. That's U.S.
Whew. Yeah. Goodness. Okay. So let's keep talking about this and bring in our next guest, Barnabas Carrega, founder and CEO at GR8 Experience. And Barnabas, I'm wondering whether or not it's actually, well, I mean, how do you pronounce it? Do you actually say GR8 or do you say great?
So it's both, really, but internally we say GR8 Experiences.
Okay. All right. GR8.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, pleasure is ours. So, I mean, what gave rise to this this new experiential, I guess, trend?
It's something that ultra high net worth individuals and high net worth individuals are really looking to, go behind the scenes and experience events in a totally new fashion, in a totally new way. A lot of that has to do with behind the scenes, but also just an authentic experience of what it actually entails to be not just a spectator of a sporting event, but going behind the scenes and living the event from the ins and outs, being able to meet players, athletes, being able to understand the sport from a totally new angle. And this is the kind of thing that our clients and international travelers are looking for more and more in the realm of sporting events.
So, Barnabas, I completely understand sports fans wanting to do this, but my bigger question is, how do you get this level of access?
Thank you, Monica. So, in reality, we've been doing this now for over 13 years, and I think the most important thing to realize about organizing experiences like this, it's all about relationships. It's all about creating a network of advocates and ambassadors and people who have been willing to allow GR8 to really go behind the scenes and access some of these incredible sporting events. So building the network of people that really can help you accomplish these type of unique events and behind the scenes things is number one. Number two is just putting in the effort and really making sure that the level of service and the level of exclusivity of what you're offering is always on par with what our demographic and what our type of clients are asking for. So, but I would say, mostly just rubbing shoulders, making sure that you're always a phone call away from being able to make the impossible happen.
And like you said, you've been in business now over a decade. You've seen a couple of Olympics, but you said this year, or for the Olympics next year, bigger demand than ever. Can you tell us why is this happening for the Paris Olympics?
Well, first of all, Paris, the city of Paris is so glamorous and such an amazing place to visit on any, during any period of time. But the Olympics, a city like Paris hosting the Olympics is definitely iconic. And I think it's a city that provides a whole array of other opportunities that go outside the realm of the sporting event itself, including, very unique cultural experiences that that GR8 has been able to provide over the years, such as privatizing institutions like the Louvre, and being able to take a handful of clients there and really experiencing, that incredible room with the Mona Lisa, just with a handful of people, and I think that. Paris in general is attracting a lot of travelers. That's a given. But now with the Olympics, we're all so curious to see what that city is going to turn into during this sporting event that kind of gathers all nations.
Barnabas, I got to ask you, so up to $30,000 a year for membership, right, gets you not just to the event, but also either backstage or in the locker room, which is great, right? You're saying that your market is high net worth or ultra high net worth individuals. My question to you is, folks with that kind of money, wouldn't they already have the kind of network and connections to get that kind of access?
That's a great question. To be honest, there are times where our clients have their own relationships, their own invites, but what differentiates GR8, I think, is that we really offer a multitude of experiences across the board in sports, but also in fashion and entertainment, in destination cultural related experiences. We are very involved in the culinary world. So the idea behind working with GR8 is that we're really a one-stop shop for travelers that are looking to do things that are a little bit out of the box and a little bit more unique and exclusive than what you would generally be able to access through public channels. And so this makes us a great resource and problem solver for this type of clientele, because it's not just one event, it's many.